What's going on, boys? How you doing, Ginger? Just get right into it. Pretty choppy day. Just a bunch of sideways. I hope I didn't really do too much today. Didn't really see anything really clearly to take. Just a bunch of chop, like I said. So basically, what they did today on SPY, right here. So they ended with a little green doji. We opened this morning at 444.34. We closed at 444.44. A lot of up and down intraday, but overall on the daily picture, they just ended it with a doji on top of the 50-day moving average. Usually dojis are known for reversals. What's going on, Andrew? How you doing? Usually they're known for reversals. So let's see if we do go down. But overall, that was a pretty bullish day in the context of things. What's up, G Money? How you doing, Darsh? And yeah, so basically they ended it with a doji right underneath the 200-day moving average. Let me change the color of this so you guys can see it. This is a very, very important line, guys. Um, Keep an eye on this 200-day moving average because it's going to be tough to get through there. I don't think we'll get right through there like we didn't today. So it's going to take some time, some buyers, some accumulation. What's up, Ricky? What's up, other Andrew? And looks like we stopped just underneath there. If they do want to rip it through the 200-day moving average, I'm thinking it needs some time. The most bullish scenario, in my opinion, from here for bulls, which they want to see a couple days of sideways and then through the 200-day, or they want to see a little tiny small pullback and then through the 200-day. Just because it's the 200-day is a big important line for especially for algorithms. You'll see sometimes when the stock goes below the 200-day and then it comes back on top of the 200-day, there's automatic buying by algos. What's up, Steve? How you doing? And yeah, so the most bullish thing possible for bulls probably is just 2-3 days sideways and then a breakout later this week. If you're bearish, then as soon as we break below the 50-day moving average again, you can probably start taking some puts if you're looking that way. Other than that, overall, it looks pretty healthy, looks pretty good, especially for after 4 straight days, strong green days in a row, and we just have a doji instead of pulling back hard. That's very bullish. So let's see what happens tomorrow and throughout the rest of the week. Pay attention to the macro headlines. Like, I know the news is not affecting the markets as much as it used to, but there's still way too much headline risk. So even if you are bullish, I don't recommend going in too heavy. It's going to be like this for a while. It's just times to make money in the market, times to chill out, wait, patience, And QQQ here, again, close under the 50-day moving average. Another doji here. Dojis, again, they usually signal reversals, like you've seen down here. Here's a doji, reversed up. Here's a doji. We got one more red day, and then we started rounding up. And right here, doji, up, gap up the next day. So just keep an eye out. Let's see what tomorrow brings. As long as we hold today's or Friday's lows, it should be a healthy uptrend. Friday's lows, which would be 341.55. So we can pull back to 341 on Qs and it'll be completely healthy bullish. XLF was noticeably weaker today. XLF and IWM actually. While QQQ and SPY did have some big pops during the day, XLF and IWM just slowly grinded lower. Here's XLF. We're just under the 50-day moving average again, so that's another hurdle they have to get over on the daily. No, I didn't, Darsh. I'm still holding them. That's why I'm just being patient with it. I'm not entering too many new positions. I want to see how my positions that I have right now play out before I start taking too many positions. And the market's still kind of really iffy to me. Like, it is looking bullish, but there's so much headline risk. There's so much just uncertainty in the market. It's basically they're calling for a recession, and I'm leaning that way as well. So we just have to wait and see what happens. I'm not too excited about either way at the moment. Like, I am leaning bearish, but I'm not too excited about buying puts just yet, except the ones I already have. And here's IWM anyways. We're above the 50-day moving average. Starting to move up. Remember, 209.55 is that number. If we get over 209.55, I will turn bullish. VIX, they closed it right on the trend line, guys. So look at this. We were underneath the trend line earlier in the day. So there's just this daily support here. We were underneath the trend line early in the day, and then Jay Powell decided to talk right when VIX was at the trend line. So he popped it up nice right here. Market fell, but then we came back down, and there's a little vol crush at the end of the day there as well. Let's see if VIX can break this line, then we're probably going to go back down to 20 bucks. Other than that, I mean, after that huge run, consolidation, it's not healthy consolidation on VIX anymore. It does look bullish for the market overall and bearish for VIX, but let's see what happens. Let's see if we just put in a higher low. So the next low is 20 bucks as well. As long as we close anything above 20 bucks, this is still technically in a daily uptrend. Here's JPM here. Banks were noticeably weak today, like I said before. 140 is that important resistance that Bucky was talking about. It looks like it's really struggling around this area, this 140, 141 area right here. So let's see if, as long as JPM stays underneath this $140 mark, 140.58 or 50, whatever you want to call it. As long as it stays under there, it's weak. For right now, it's basing, and it can come back down to test these lows again. Got PDD and China were very, very strong last week. This week, they just came right back down. I don't know what's going on with China, but they cannot hold gains for anything. But the good thing is that huge day that we had last week on China, last March 16th, it gave us so much room on these charts. So this PDD was up 56%, and then it was up another 8% on this day. So we have a lot of room to set a higher low, which is what we need now. On all China names, it's the same thing. So don't ask me to do Baba or Baidu or anything. It's the same. It's exactly the same. But for PDD, here's what we want to see. So we put in a low now. I think personally the China lows are in. I could be wrong, but let's see. Even though it was down so much, it was down 6% today. But what you have to remember is it's up almost over 60% in the last 4 trading days. So a little consolidation is normal. So here's the low. Here's the lower high. Now what we want is a higher low to form and then a higher high. So that's what we need to do to change the trend on these Chinese names. And until we put in that higher low, when we put in that higher low, I'm going to be looking for long entries for farther out lead positions on China. If I see something that shows me it's a low, higher low. Other than that, just watching now, pretty flat. China UPS here. We had a beautiful candle earlier in the day. It is still a good looking candle for puts, but the thing is it's been holding up nice. So we need a real market weakness for UPS to really fall to the levels we need it to fall to. But if our trade does work out, it should be at 194 quickly. Right now it closed just underneath this huge resistance at 218.30. It did close at 218.56. So actually we did not get the close under, but close. And let's see if we can get a pullback here. We do have a gap to fill down to 211 on UPS as well, but we need overall market weakness for this one to really fall, because it's a strong company. It's going to be hard to bring it down unless the whole market's weak. Here's Net. Here's one Yesh brought to my attention. I actually just looked at it today. The options used to be very, very expensive for Net, so I didn't play it much. But this right here is beautiful. The 50-day, the 21-day, and the 8-day moving average all connecting at the low today, and we held it. So... and it looks like a bull flag right here. We had 4 up days, 1 little consolidation day, and now do we break up tomorrow? The 50-day moving average is at $100.78. 21 days at $100.59. So they're all just matched up here. And Net, if the market stays strong, Net can probably bounce all the way to the 200-day moving average at 128. So definitely keep an eye on that one. And we'll go into NVIDIA. Alright, so here's NVIDIA. NVIDIA has an investors conference today. Depending on how the market reacts to that, that's how where we'll be in the morning. Other than that, I mean, it's up 5 straight days. It's getting, RSI is getting way up there. Even on the 4 hour should be way overbought. Yep, 4 hour over RSI is almost at 79. It's very hard for me to buy calls on this name up here unless I'm just scalping. And there is important resistance here, as you see. Other than that, let's see how the investors day. Usually on these investors days in the past, it's been buy the rumor, sell the event. So I'm sure a lot of people have calls. A lot of people bought equity on NVIDIA going into this event. So tomorrow morning, if there's a sell-off, it'll just be the same kind of reaction. You know what I mean? But if we gap up tomorrow, I would probably look to get short NVIDIA, to be honest, because the RSI would be overbought. It'd just be too big a move. I love the company overall. I love it long term. But tomorrow morning, if there's a gap up, I'd probably get short NVIDIA. But let's see how the market opens. And remember, guys, when the market is unclear or you're not very confident about trading, you don't have to trade. That's the one advantage we have over big boys, over hedge funds, over them. We don't have to trade every day. Just wait till your opportunity and then strike. You know what I mean? So, no rush. It's a marathon, not a sprint. And thank you guys for tuning in. I'll see you tomorrow.